I never forget Yams told me, he's like, yo, Bamz, this rap shit gonna make you cry, bro. He's like, yo, Bamz, I'm still crying, bro. And I never forget that shit, bro. Nigga say, yo, this rap shit, yo, this music shit gonna make you cry, Bamz. You gonna cry in this shit, yo. He's like, yo, I still cry in this shit. I'm looking at this nigga like, why you still crying this shit, nigga? You the biggest shit in the world. But again, it's a perception, right? Like, niggas be thinking because niggas is wild successful and critically acclaimed and whatever, accepted, that niggas don't be having their own issues and demons, you know what I'm saying? But he told me that, bro, and that was one of the things that always stuck out with me, bro. Always, about the crying shit. Like, yo, Bamz, you gonna cry, bro. And I have cried a lot. I've cried, I've had my share of days where I cried, bro, because of this rap shit. Word.
The Daily Gems. Yeah!
No lie too, and I could say this, I was literally one of the first niggas with tabs in Spanish Harlem. Cause my man Jan's jeans on 122nd and 3rd, he will always get these jeans like Tab and Nitty, Robbins, before anybody else was getting them. So, you know, and them shit was expensive. Tab was like $250. So everybody was on, at that time, everybody was on True Religions. Cause I remember when Jimmy came out, Jimmy had everybody wearing True Religions. So when Jan's had the tabs, I'm like, yo, Jan, how much is right there? Give me 185, give me 185. And I literally was the first nigga, one of the first niggas to wear tabs, bro, before niggas knew what it was. And Robbins. Cause niggas, everybody was running around with Trues. Everybody wanted to wear True Religion. That's a fact, bro. I remember my man Jan's too, he had, first time I ever bought Japanese denim was from Jan's jeans. I was paid like $300 for them shits, bro. Word. So I was always like risky when it come to like the fashion shit and buying different shit. Word. But yeah, tabs was wavy, man.
Nah, so I know like back in your day, like, you feel me, I know in like early like 90s, boosting and shit was like a big thing, like boosting like Polo and like Nautica and all that shit back then. You ever dabbled in that?
Nah, hell no, because when they were doing that shit, I was like 4 or 5 years old, you know what I'm saying? So when them Thurston Howell dudes was doing that shit, nigga, I wasn't even coming outside, you know what I'm saying? And then only thing I used to boost was like in the mid 2000s, like in 2007. Polo had opened up a store in downtown on University, like on 6th Street, I believe. It was called Rugby. The brand was Rugby. There was only one store in New York, one rugby store in New York. And I remember I had a homie that worked in there because his father was the president of like relations of Ralph Lauren at that time. So make a long story short, Rugby was this thing, bro. At one point, Rugby was crazy in Harlem, and my son that worked in there, he used to bring Rugby to Harlem. Like nobody was wearing Rugby before him. So I went downtown. I used to go ham in there, bro. $500 sweaters. That's when I first, they used to sell the Skull and Bone sweaters. $500 sweaters, jacking them. The jeans, jacking them. All that, the rugbies with the different colors on them shit, I was jacking crazy shit. And my man just, every time he see me walk in, he would walk out dumb tight. To the point where we stole so much shit at one point that they started putting, they changed the way they the metal detector was. They put a metal detector on it that if you pop it, paint come out of it.
Yeah,
because I
remember those facts. I used to work retail too, so I know
they had the paint.
Shit.
So before we stole so much shit, bro, that because I would go in the fitting room, nigga, the jeans I would put on and I put my jeans over. I mean, but sometimes the sweater I had to pop the metal detector and shit like that. And you know I leave a hole in the shirt and shit like that. But we stole so much shit, bro. They changed the whole metal detector. They had to put paint on the shit. So if you pop it, nigga, it'd be paint all over the place. That's a fact. That's a true story, bro.
Well, so like tell the people about like where you from and how was it like growing up for you?
I'm from Spanish Harlem, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm from East Harlem, El Barrio. You know, growing up over there was just, you know, same old shit, you know what I'm saying? Getting money, getting fly, trying to make it out, you know what I'm saying? Either you gonna be rapper, either you gonna play ball. A lot of niggas play ball in the hood. A lot of niggas rap, a lot of niggas sell drugs, you know what I'm saying? Spanish Harlem is just like Harlem, you know what I mean? But it's just the east side. Different cultures, smaller, you know what I mean? Spanish Harlem is kind of like less known than Harlem, you know what I'm saying? But we got a lot of, we've got a lot of famous faces and famous figures coming out of Spanish Harlem, especially in the drug game. There's a lot of niggas that came from Spanish Harlem to getting money, you know in the 80s and the 90s and shit. So that's where I'm from, Spanish Harlem.
What was it like in the 90s, like growing up for you? Like, who was you listening to back then?
So I started listening to rap, probably like at 96, and the first person I ever listened to was Arrested Development, and there was a song called Tennessee, and that was the first rap song I kind of ever heard. It was Arrested Development, Tennessee. These motherfuckers wasn't even from New York. I don't know where the fuck they was from, honestly. They were like some country singers, some country rappers, and then from them, you know, Pac was the biggest thing at that time. You know what I'm saying? 96, 95, he was the biggest thing. So I became a huge Pac fan. And the first album I ever got was Pac's Greatest Hits. He was already dead. And that was the first album I ever got. And then from Pac, I learned about Big. And then once I went to Big, then my whole outlook on rap changed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause then I started appreciating rap for like the lyrical form of it and the storytelling. So from Big, I went to Nas and Jay-Z and so forth. So, but the first rapper, rap song I ever heard and knew was Arrested Development, Tennessee, bro. That shit is and that song is fire too. Classic.
I'm gonna check it out.
Dead ass. You know, it's classic. That's, you know, the shit that like Kendrick Lamar's on right now, that was that kind of their wave. Like just the real woke, black power type shit, you know what I mean?
Dig it. Being from Harlem, like, what influence did Diddy have on you?
Diddy had a huge influence on me in the sense that he was the flashiest dude ever. Flashiest rapper, you know what I mean, for that time, you know what I mean? He was from Harlem, he represented money, he represented big music, he represented the Goldie era. So Puff, to me, was my favorite rapper for a very long time, even to this day, only because I like Puff, his confidence. His confidence was amazing, was through the roof, and he made you feel like, you know what I mean, you would get money too and dance and have fun. I love Puff, man. You know what I'm saying? I love Puff. I never met Puff personally yet, but that nigga's a huge influence on me.
Who was your favorite artist, like, signed to, like, Bad Boy?
Favorite artist signed to Bad Boy? Mace, bro. Mace, man. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? Besides Big, you know what I mean? But Mace, gotta be Mace. Harlem nigga.
How you feel about Mace, like, going from the streets and, like, going to preach and then come back?
Yo, I mean, whatever floats your boat, bro. You know,
it's like he always kept one foot in the game, one foot out.
Niggas got their own ways and niggas know why they do certain shit. I really can't. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, everybody need God, bro. Like, let's not get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need God, but, you know, he has his reason why he did that. But Mace, to me, was my favorite rapper out of Bad Boy, most definitely. Because, you know, I remember when Mace was out in 98. I was a young dude. And I remember the impact he had in Harlem, bro. Like, I remember the little niggas walking around with the boom boxes playing Feel So Good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember that. So, Mace definitely is a huge impact. And one of my favorite he is my favorite rapper from Bad Boy.
I seen that in another interview, you touched on, like, Stack Bundles, like, saying how he was one of your favorite artists. How did you get introduced to Stack Bundles? Stack Bundles,
I got introduced to Stack Bundles through yeah, this shit hit me in my throat, bro. Pause. I got introduced to Stack Bundles through Smack DVD. I got introduced to Stack Bundles through Smack DVD. Stack was fire, bro. When Stack got connected with Jimmy, that was a big move, man. Because Stack was, you know, he's from Far Rockaway. It's a different kind of lingo, different kind of wave over there. You know what I'm saying? And he was always like a jiggy, fly, gorgeous gangster. That's what he used to call himself. So when he got with Jimmy, that was a real big power move, man. You know what I'm saying? But Stack, yeah, I knew Stack from the Smack shit, bro. That's the first time I heard about Stack was through the Smack DVDs, man.
For me, somebody put me on from Queens when I was going to a Job Corps upstate. One of my mans, he was a roommate. He was like, "Yo, you never heard of Stack Bun?" I was like, "Nah." And he put him on, and I was like, "Yo, I fuck with this thing."
Yo, bro, when he did that song Weatherman with him, Lil Wayne, and Jimmy on the Hustler Poem album that Jimmy had, I'm like, "Oh nah, he a superstar. This boy about to go." Y'all never heard? Y'all remember that song?
No, I know.
Weatherman with money, y'all make it rain on him. He wilded out. That boy wilded out. Stack was special, bro. I got to, you know what I'm saying? I got to meet Chinks and I got to kick it with Chinks and be cool with Chinks. Got to meet Bino, that was his man, Stack man. Viking, that was Stack, man, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, them dudes, them Queens, Far Rockaway, man, they special, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas don't come out of that area. So when a nigga do come out, it's a special nigga.
Yeah, well, it's crazy to think that, like, the two biggest niggas that's about to come out of there
died the same way.
It's, like, crazy.
And they were connected.
Yeah. Crazy.
And they both died in Porsches.
Facts. And yep, I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Both died. Stack had a Porsche.
Yeah.
Well, Stack ain't died in his Porsche. Stack died walking to the building.
Yeah.
But he had a Porsche.
Uh-huh.
Feel me? And what's crazy is that I think like the week before he died, he took a picture in his Porsche.
Uh-huh.
I think the shit was even great too, bro. Just like Chinks. A lot of niggas die in Porsches, yo.
That what you trying?
Man, what's the nigga Ryan Dunn from remember
Oh, Bam Margera.
Bam Margera and them niggas?
Yeah,
Ryan Dunn died in a Porsche.
That's a fact.
Nigga, the nigga from Fast and the Furious died in a Porsche.
Wait, no. That was a Ferrari.
You sure?
Yeah, a red Ferrari.
You sure?
Facts.
Alright.
Facts.
So yeah, a few niggas dying motherfucking Porsches though, man.
But you know, I gotta ask you this, like, being that you was a part of the wave and what you contributed, you feel me? What does ASAP Yams mean to you, and how did his passing, like, affect you, man?
ASAP Yams meant a great deal to me. You know what I'm saying? ASAP Yams was a good friend of mine who I considered a brother. We had a great relationship that I will always cherish. And his passing, I mean, it affected me in the sense that I've never lost somebody to what he died from. So I didn't know how to kind of deal with it. You feel me? Like, you know, you lose niggas that get shot every day. Niggas go to jail, whatever. But you don't lose a friend of that magnitude the way he died. So that was one way I didn't know how to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? How to mourn. You know what I mean? Because it was a fucked up situation in the sense that this is a young brother who didn't even get to live his life out and has so much installed and so much potential. And, you know what I'm saying, he ultimately succumbed to the challenges in life. You feel me? It took me about 2-3 years to get over that boy. You know what I'm saying? In the sense that I wasn't crying every day, you know, wetting my pillow, but he was such a big part of how we made music and how we created that once he was gone, I didn't realize how big of a void he was going to leave. You feel me? Until he passed. Like, the nigga was, and this is not a nigga I was with every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was with Yams a lot of times, but it wasn't like me and Ola's every day. But Yams was a dude that every time you was with him, his presence and what he said, his gems, like, they kind of stood with you, bro, for literally your whole life, like eternity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will always think about it. So he was again, like, when, you know, it took us a time creatively to kind of, like, you know, get over, you know, his passing just recently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would say like about 1.5 years, 2 years ago is when I started to, you know, be comfortable making music again and happy in the state of music that I'm in, because he was a big part in a lot of the creativity musically that we used to do.
Wait, go ahead.
What was one of those gems that he told you that, like, stuck to you?
I never forget Yams told me, he's like, yo, Bamz, this rap shit gonna make you cry, bro. He's like, yo, Bamz, I'm still crying, bro. And I never forget that shit, bro. Nigga say, yo, this rap shit, yo, this music shit gonna make you cry, Bamz. You gonna cry in this shit, yo. He's like, yo, I still cry in this shit. I'm looking at this nigga like, why you still crying this shit, nigga? You the biggest shit in the world. But again, it's a perception, right? Like, niggas be thinking because niggas is wild successful and critically acclaimed and whatever, accepted, that niggas don't be having their own issues and demons, you know what I'm saying? But he told me that, bro, and that was one of the things that always stuck out with me, bro. Always, about the crying shit. Like, yo, Bamz, you gonna cry, bro. And I have cried a lot. I've cried. I've had my share of days where I cried, bro, because of this rap shit. Word.
And you think that's what, like, contributed to his drug problem?
I think it's kind of hard to call it a drug problem because, you know, everybody do it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, everybody do it. I just think that he made a mistake. I don't like to call it a drug problem because I don't like to even see my man that kind of light. You heard? Like, I didn't look at my son like that as a drug addict, and I don't look at my boy like that. I just think son was living life, You know what I'm saying? And his life was fast, bro. And the nigga made a few too many mistakes that a lot of us do, that we take for granted. But yeah, of course, you know what I mean? When you take drugs and you drink liquor, like for example, when I drink heavy, or at one point in my life, if I could have been considered alcoholic, I was drinking a lot because I was trying to get away from for whatever I was dealing with. You feel me? So yeah, life problems and life struggles definitely can contribute to your intake of drugs and liquor. I mean, but that's not him. That's everybody. You know what I mean? If honestly a person, there's people out there who smoke, my nigga, before they eat because they can't eat. Like, that's a problem, bro. That's a sense of being an addict. Nigga, you can't even eat, bro, without even smoking. So he dealt with a lot of problems. I'm sure he had a lot of problems, a lot of personal issues that I don't know about. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like, life, that's what happens in life, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
where'd you get that shirt from?
Shout out to his mom, Tati. Shout out to my nigga Filth. This is the shirt that they making, you know what I'm saying, for their line Lamborghini. And they blessed me with it. You know, Tati blessed me with the shirt last time I seen it. So, this shit is fire.
Yeah, nah,
I smoked a lot of Newports with my man. That was our thing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody in ASAP smoked Newports, but Yams. So when Yams used to get with me and Ola, that's all we did. I remember one birthday, I bought Yams a carton of cigarettes. Went to the bodega, I bought the nigga like, I don't know how much a carton come. I think a carton come with 10 packs. Spent like $100 or some weirdo shit. Get a nigga a carton of cigarettes for his birthday, bro. We used to smoke a lot, you know what I'm saying? Chain smoke too. And I remember one day he called me, he just jumped off the airplane. I don't know where he was coming from. He called me, he was like, yo, Benz, yo, we gotta stop this cigarette shit. And I'm like, why, bro? Nigga said, I looked at one of these pamphlets on the airplane and they would talk about cancer in the lungs. Yo, my brother, I wanted to throw up in my seat, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he had stopped for a little bit. And what's crazy is that I had stopped with him, right? And the only reason why I started smoking cigarettes again is when he died. Because before he died, I already stopped smoking cigarettes. But when he died, I was so distraught that I was like, this is how I'm going to remember. This is how I remember my man. We used to smoke together. So I remember the day of his funeral, when they put my boy in the ground, I started smoking cigarettes again. To keep that. Again, we talking about certain shit niggas doing to deal with certain problems, right? Word. But then I'm clean now though. I don't even smoke cigarettes no more though. Finally, this whole year I haven't smoked. You know what I mean?
I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, brother. Word. My face is more glowing. Feel me? My teeth are whiter. Word, man. My swag is a little bit different. I got a little better pep in my step. You know what I'm saying? For cigarettes is bad, bro.
You got any Yams tattoos or anything?
Yeah, I got his face. I mean, shout out to my man Muddy Money.
Lift it up a little bit higher.
Shout out to my man Muddy Money.
Yeah,
in California. I got this tattoo done in Anaheim. The homie had reached out to me through the DM. And he was like, yo man, I know Yams was your man, yo, can I tattoo a portrait on you? Or tattoo a portrait of him on your body? And I wasn't with it at first, cause you know, you want to make sure the portrait is fire, nigga. Like, you don't want some whack shit on you, you know what I mean? That's why I've never had portraits. And then B, I have a lot of homies who died, right? And I don't got their names or nothing on them. So I was kind of like, you know, I've never done this before, like. But he assured me, like, yo, I'm going to body it, man, don't worry. So I was like, man, fuck it. And I was like, this is kind of like my way of honoring that man. You feel me? Like, that nigga's is on my skin forever. You dig? So that was my way of honoring my brother. You know what I mean? And thank the Lord, this shit came out fire. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I remember when I posted it, Tati seen it. I remember when I seen Tati for the first time, and she looked at this shit, bro, and she was like in a daze. And then she lifted my forearm and she kissed it. You know what I mean? She kissed like,
yeah, blessed it.
Yeah. So that was fire. She was like, why you do that? And then she was like, yeah. Word.
What's your favorite ever, my fault. What's your favorite era of hip hop?
Like 98 to like 2004. Like that era. The Bad Boy Goldie era. Then it bled into the DMX era. Then it bled into the 50 era. I think the last era that I kind of enjoyed well, not kind of enjoy, because I enjoy hip hop now, but my favorite was that beginning of 50. You know what I'm saying? From 98 from it started, and I think 50 started popping like in 2003. He was like the last of that era, of that golden, to me, that golden age of era, especially in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
you know what I mean? So then we don't have a clear artist that's the #1 artist from New York. That hasn't happened in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a whole bunch of niggas that come out of Atlanta and they're Lil Baby, the biggest nigga in the world or whatever. He from Atlanta, you know what I mean? But in that era of 98, 2003, we had a lot of artists from New York that was coming out and it was popping. They were having their time. So to me, that's my favorite. You know what I mean? Definitely.
How did DMX like influence you?
I like DMX because he showed passion. You know what I'm saying? He was very passionate. To me, he felt real. You gotta understand, like, when I was growing up, Pac had already died. So I caught Pac when he was dead, not when he was alive. You know what I'm saying? So when I started really coming outside and listening to music, Pac was already gone. So to me, DMX was like the closest comparison to Pac. So DMX, in a sense, was my Tupac. You feel me? And he was from New York, so he was kind of talking more so for me than Pac. You feel me? And on top of that, DMX was very spiritual. And he talked about God, and he had songs like The Omen and he had like the prayers on his albums. So he was very spiritually connected as well, and I connected that because I grew up in church. So DMX was like a huge influence in my life. DMX might have the biggest impact on my rap career, on my rap life. DMX, bro. Facts.
Man, you remember like that crazy run he had when like dropping like 2 albums in a year?
Yeah, that was 98. Yeah, 98, 99. He dropped Dark and Hell is Hot, and then he dropped Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. Yeah. Amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the crazy thing is that my pops used to be in Rough Riders, and yo, I literally got like old like VHS footage and shit of like DMX like in this crib right here, like rapping
insane.
with my dogs and all that shit to my little brothers, bro. That ass.
You have the tapes and all that?
Yo, facts, bro. And I got pictures and shit, bro. I'll show you like pictures and shit after this.
That's fire.
But, yo, shit is hard, bro.
That's fire.
That ass, nigga.
Cause that's the dog, bro. Like, talking about a nigga that was bigger than Jay at one point.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like, this is a nigga who was the biggest rap artist at one point, bro. Bigger than all these niggas.
But it's funny you say that though, cause like around that same time, like my pops like owned the club out in the Bronx and shit, and he had like Jay on his like Reasonable Doubt run, like when he pulled up in like the whole suit and shit with the long scarf and like that top hat and all that shit. Yeah, I got pictures of all them shits, bro. I'll show you them shits, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, Jay's is the god because this is a man who kind of built up to where he's at now, his superiority, bro. Like, the nigga's the god. Like, there's no higher than Jay, right? But Jay ain't come in like that.
Nah.
Like, Jay ain't come in the hottest. Niggas was faking on Jay. You could hear what he said in his music, like how niggas used to fake on him. 96, nigga, Biggie was still out, bro. Niggas wasn't really jacking Jay. I could imagine. In Brooklyn, nah, we ain't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I could imagine Brooklyn niggas. Then, after Big died, DMX came. And then after Big died, Mace came. So there was always somebody that was kind of in front of Jay, bro. Until one point, I think what happened for him that really broke him through the roof was the Hard Knock Life album. Facts. I remember that shit too as a young nigga when it came out. That shit had a different effect, bro. Like, that shit, yo, he from Brooklyn. And that shit just made, like, it made Harlem niggas feel nice about it, yo. You know what I mean? Like, he remind, yo, when that shit came out, bro, I can't even tell you how many motherfucking cars was driving down the hood in Harlem playing the Annie shit.
Yo, my nigga, bro, let me tell you how, like, real that effect was, bro. Like, at the time, I was living in the Caribbean, right? So, me as a little kid, like, down there, everybody's, like, real spiritual and shit. So, it's, like, the Christianity shit is, like, heavy, like if you got like parents that's like Christians, they don't let you listen to like secular music and shit. You feel me?
Music,
yeah. So yo, when I heard like that Hard Knock Life song, bro, that was what like introduced me to hip hop, my nigga, and made me be like, yo,
yeah,
this shit, like, this is it, my nigga. Man. And then after that, it was Nas's Uchiwali. I didn't go hold you down. That's my other shit right there.
I remember Nas Uchiwali too. That was a good time. But yeah, bro, that Annie nigga, 98 nigga, now I'm a teen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When that Annie came out, bro, I remember that shit. It just had an effect on you. Like, it was something like, I think the common response was like, yo, how the fuck he did the Annie flip?
Facts.
Cause niggas wasn't doing that shit in rap, bro. At least to my knowledge, I wasn't hearing niggas taking a white girl flip. Now that's common now. Niggas do the whole sample shit crazy. To me, like, I've never heard a rapper before him take a white girl on the hook from a 30s, 40s movie and make it into rap, bro. He bodied that shit, bro. Whoever even made that beat, I don't even know who made the beat.
The kids too.
Huh?
He incorporated the kids.
You out there, bro. Yeah, it was the song, cause that's the actual song.
Because after that, Nas did the same shit with what's this? I know I can be what I want to be, whatever song.
It's a fact though.
He
It's
tried
called
to
I Can.
he tried to copy that style with the kids.
But nah, man, Jay's like really the GOAT for me though, bro.
Super.
But how do you define the word artist?
How do I define the word artist? Creator. I think every artist is a creator. Creator. Yeah. To create, you know what I mean, it brings you freedom. To be a creator brings you peace. Is when the money start coming in, is when it starts fucking up the whole artistry of shit. Which money's always gonna come in, so there's no going around that, right? Like, ultimately, everybody creates to make money off of it. Like, you'll be an idiot not to be a creator and not make money off of your creations. But at the same time, you know, money be fucking the whole shit up. Especially when you're not grounded, because that's why you see a lot of artists lose their mind, bro. When the money come, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause niggas, it fucks up your whole artistry, man. Your whole freedom, your whole peace of mind. Like,
What was it like when you received like that first big check though?
what was it like? It was like, wow, yeah. It was, to me, it wasn't no, I was appreciative, but I wasn't like, this is it. Cause I'm always thinking there's gonna be a bigger one. Pause. You feel me? So it was just of course you're gonna have to smile and be like, yeah, this. But then you see with me, like, I got managers, I got lawyers, I got assistants. So I'm thinking about, here to go their cuts. That's every time I get a big check, that's what I think about.
Yeah.
I gotta pay this person. I gotta give this person this percentage. I got this percentage. Then I got child support, nigga, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I pay my kids child support monthly. I got bills, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking about that first when I get big checks, nigga. I'm not thinking about like, woo, here we out. Nah, nigga, I'm thinking about bills, nigga. Like, fuck. So I'm always thinking about a bigger one. Pause after that. Word. I'm just a hustler, nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a getting money, nigga. I'm never comfortable with the money, bro. You know, maybe I haven't made that much to be comfortable, but I don't even think if you give me 10 million tomorrow, I'll be comfortable. Like, I can't, bro. Like, I come from a place where I know when you die, you can't take the money with you. So I respect the money, but I ain't in love with the money. You feel me? I respect the money and what it could do for me, what it could bring to me, what it could do for my family and my children's children. I respect that.
Yeah.
But I never loved the money.
What's the biggest problem like money's brought you though?
Hate. That's the biggest problem money bring, bro. Hate. Nigga won't even know you ain't hate on you because you got money. Especially if you were like a flashy nigga and you the loud mouth, and I could get like that too. You know what I'm saying? But niggas even hate the humble niggas with money.
It's a fact.
So yeah, hate, bro. Hate brings his world.
What are some things that inspire you in your music?
Well, some things that inspired me, and I hear this question all the time, bro. Like, that's probably like the most asked question I ever. It's kind of hard. I don't know, bro. Cause I you know what's crazy? And I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, I don't even know how to answer that shit, and I've got it asked so many times.
I dig it.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, cause I could give you like a generic answer and be like, life.
Yeah, nah, I dig it. Well, like, what are some things that's like going on in your life right now, though, that you think that the people don't know about you?
I mean, I just had another child. You know what I'm saying? I got a daughter. She's 5 months. That's inspiring, but that's mostly more motivating and inspiring. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, bringing life into the world. If that shit don't motivate you to want to do better, bro, then you the wrong person to have a kid, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I had my first son, my first child, nigga, that's when I got into Go Time. And that's when I became literally Bodega Bamz. And then literally a year later is when I started getting popping. Prior to that, years before, nigga, I was still running around, still undecided, still not knowing where I'm going, where I'm doing, who I'm with, having other niggas stand in front of me and take my shine. So when I had my son, is when that shit motivated me, bro. Like, oh nah, I gotta be somebody. And I gotta get money.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's an inspiration right now. I think that's the main inspiration for me is my daughter at this particular moment. You know what I'm saying? Because life to me is inspirational. Innocent life as well. You know what I'm saying? Especially women, girls who are the backbone of society.
Facts. Like, so with you saying that, like, you know, like her being your new like source of motivation, I see that now you've been like getting heavy into like the acting side of things too, like expanding yourself like outside of just music. What's that been like for you?
The acting shit is something that I always wanted to do. Even before I got into music, before I even became a rapper, like I always had a dream to be an actor. So me getting into it now and actually getting into the business and actually being a official actor and, you know, being on a Showtime show, this shit is amazing. To me, that's more like a dream come true. The show is called Smilf.
Yeah.
So I did 2 seasons over there, and now, you know, I'm further in. I'm running out doing auditions. You know what I'm saying? Trying to see what's next. You know what I mean? See if it's gonna be a film, it's gonna be another show, might be a CBS show. You know what I mean? Might be another HBO, whatever it is. But I'm out there running around, you know, doing all these auditions. You know what I mean? Shout out to my agents. But yeah, it's a great feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. I love to act. To me, when I became an actor officially and actually got the opportunity to be on that show, that was a dream come true. That was my first dream come true. There's nothing that has happened to me in rap that I say is a dream come true. Because I never really wanted to rap in the first place. I only rap because that was the popular thing to do. And I wanted to be popular at that moment. So I took on rap. But then what happened was rap turned into a passion. And then rap turned into a love of mine. And then once it turned to a love, then it turned to, now let's make some money. So there's nothing I've done in rap that I'm like, this is a dream come true, because I never thought I'd be a rapper, bro, honestly. I always knew I was going to be an actor. So anything that happens in acting from here on in, to me, is a dream come true. If I get a call tomorrow to audition for a Marvel film or a DC Comics film.
Yeah, like anybody that's
okay, so I'm a fan of Meg Thee Stallion. That was good, right?
Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notify.
You come around over here, we gonna tell you mother.
Wow. And I get it, that's a dream come true, bro. Word.
What were like some of your favorite movies like growing up that made you wanted to get into acting so bad?
Some of my favorite movies, I got a bunch, man. I mean, as growing up, I just thought about Blank Check for some reason. Remember that movie Blank Check?
Yeah, facts. That Disney Channel shit.
Yeah, you know what's fire about that movie is that was kind of like the first movie to show like a poor kid or a kid who ain't have nothing be giving money and seeing what he do with it.
Yeah.
So, you know, we was poorer than that nigga. So we in the hood like, imagine it, give me a blank check, bro. And that kind of was like motivation, bro.
Yeah, man.
That movie was a big motivation for me growing up because I was like, wow, like I can get $1 million one day. Literally after seeing that movie, my goal in life was to become a millionaire.
Oh.
Facts, bro. Because you put yourself in that nigga's shoes. Like, yo, I wouldn't buy that, I wouldn't buy this, I'll buy this, I'll buy that. Yo, how he spent it in a week. Like that's what I was saying when I was watching the movie. But I mean when I first seen that movie, bro, it was set. It was set, nigga. My goal was set. Oh, I'm gonna be a millionaire because of that movie. Facts, bro. So you know, Blank Check. My favorite movie of all time is The Godfather. I remember only because I remember how I felt after I watched it. Like I literally felt like I was like reborn. Like I just never. It was a crazy feeling, bro. Like I love the movie so much, and I just it like kind of like sank with me so much that I was after I watched this shit, man. I'm like, yo, I'm looking at life differently, bro. I'm reborn, and that's an Italian movie. I'm Latino, you dig? But it was just the way the movie was shot, the actors in it. I just love that movie. It was a lot of gems in that movie that told you about family and how to deal with certain shit. That movie's an amazing movie. Carlito's Way. You know, the regular shit that niggas like, you know what I'm saying? Like Bronx Tale. But there's a lot of movies that a lot of people haven't heard that I watched that also have a lot of influence on my life.
You like, are you into like all like the hood movies that used to come out, like Belly and all that shit?
Yeah, Belly was fire. Belly was super fire. OD fire. Belly, again, because I'm being a fan of DMX, seeing DMX act on Belly made me want to act. Like, man, it just made me want to act. So I'm like, yo, this nigga I like this guy. Look how he's acting. He's great. So, yeah, Belly was fire. The way it was shot, you know, Hype Williams is a visionary. You know what I'm saying? I remember when that movie came out, the soundtrack was fire too. I remember the soundtrack.
Yeah, facts.
Belly, yeah, Paid in Full. The hood joints is, you know, State Property.
Paper Soldiers.
Paper. I didn't really like Paper Soldiers.
Nah,
I wasn't jacked. I like Killer Season.
Yeah, Killer Season is fire.
Killer Season.
That's fact. You remember when Cam spit on this nigga's
on the girl, on the little girl.
No, his sister.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
The little girl.
Yeah, on his sister.
That shit dumb funny when yeah, that movie's mad funny. Just cause I know niggas was really trying to act and niggas was funny. Yeah. Like when Ken was crying, like help, help. Remember when they smoked his man, or they killed his daughter, or something like that, the little girl, and he carrying the little girl. He like help, help. Yeah. I'm like nah. I used to die laughing on that shit.
Yeah. Nah. I remember Cam. He used to put out these videos on YouTube of him like having a crackhead doing like crazy shit like for like $10.
Yeah.
And on one of the videos, he like pulled up to the crackhead's crib and shit and got the crackhead to come downstairs. This was on the east side. And he got the crackhead was breakdancing in the middle of the street, bro, and ended up getting hit by a car.
Wow.
Facts for like $10.
That's insane. Yeah, Cam is a funny nigga, bro. He dumb funny.
What was it like working with Salam Remy though? And how did that like come about?
I worked with Salam Remy prior on a collaboration album. So this was like in 2016. So we already built the rapport, and you know, since then me and Salam has always kept contact and kept those lines of communication open. I don't know how it started, whether it was him that told me or I told him, but one of us told each other, you know, let's do a little album again, and and then we got it cracking. You know what I'm saying? And it was a little 5-piece joint, EP, to hold niggas over. You know what I'm saying? And the shit did very well. Salam is a legend. You know what I'm saying? Salam has done a lot of great songs, bro, that test the time.
You never try to get a Miguel feature?
Yeah, Salam won't be giving up none of that, bro. Facts. I didn't try to poke in Salam ear like, yo, get Nas, man. What's up, man? Like, I'd be like, yo, Nas will sound good on this, right? But Salam don't give up his features, man. Miguel too, you know what I'm saying? I didn't did the whole Miguel shit. Like, yo, you think Miguel do something like this if we said to him? Salam don't be trying to give up none of that shit, bro. But yeah, it was a pleasure always working with him, man. You know what I'm saying? That's an all-time great.
Like, on your bucket list for like rappers, right? Cause I know that you gotta have like just like coming into the game, you got like favorite rappers and shit. Like, who are like some of the people that you was like, yo, when I'm here, yeah, I need to get features from this person, that person.
What a lot of people might not know, bro, is like I'm an OD huge Drake fan. Like, I'm super Drake fan, bro, and I always like Drake since So Far Gone. It was crazy that Drake used to follow me on MySpace. Facts. I remember when Drake took a picture that he's like in some autumn leaves shit. It's some weird picture, like his super emotional shit. And the reason why I remember him following me, because I remember that picture. That picture was so.
That was the comeback season cover.
There you go. So I didn't remember who the name was, yeah, but I remember that picture because the picture was just I never seen some shit like that before, and he looked perfect in that, like in the middle of autumn, and you see this nigga with the part in his hair. So I ain't know I ain't know him at that time, but we followed each other, and I also used to be followed by another dude from Canada named Mike Posner, who I think they're cool. So that's how for some reason I was following these Canadian niggas. You dig? Nothing came out of it. It wasn't like we used to speak on you know what I mean, or none of that. But it wasn't until years later that, you know what I'm saying, when he came out with So Far Gone, that I put 2 and 2 together. But I said to say this, like, I've always been a fan of that nigga. Always been a fan of that boy, yo, since he first came out. You know what I'm saying? I think I think he can be looked as overrated. He's probably like the first nigga that could probably be like super overrated and super underrated at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a huge fan of him, so that's a nigga I would love to get a feature with. Kid Cudi is another dude that I'm a huge fan of, whose music has left a big impact on me to this day. You know what I'm saying? Even his older shit. Kid Cudi. Sade is another artist that has left a huge impact on me. She's not a rapper, you know what I'm saying? She's a singer, but her music, I remember a certain time in my life where I needed her music, and her music literally soothed me like a baby being.
What time in your life was that?
When I first went through my first heartbreak.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah, and I remember I used to go to sleep to this woman, bro. Like, I used to play her Sade greatest hits, and I used to go to sleep, bro. Put it on 1, and by the time the shit was on 12, nigga, I was already asleep, and this was every night, bro. So I went to sleep with this woman. So that's a woman I won't even care about doing a feature, cause she don't even do features. Just to hug her, you feel me? Her. A lot of people I grew up changed now that I'm older too. So, you know what I'm saying? There's not too many people that I would like to do features with. But definitely those 3 came in my head. Drake, Cudi, and Sade. I want to do a feature with my man Rocky too. I almost got a feature with Rocky. And that's my guy.
That's crazy.
I almost got a feature with him. I would love to do a feature with Flacco. Just to smoke him too. You know what I mean? On the record.
Man, it's crazy, like, seeing, like, the wave that y'all really had, like, back in, like, 2012, man, like, seeing y'all come up together, that shit was just, like, I feel like that was, like, the last, like, feeling of, like, a New York, like, unity type of thing, because, like, y'all came up, 10 Boys came up, ASAP came up, Pro Era came up, Underachievers came up, like, mad people came up during that year, you know?
Yeah.
Flatbush Zombies.
Man, and I, yo, honestly, man, I came up under them by chance too, bro. It was by luck, to be honest, because they younger than me. We ain't from the same neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of them niggas is from the east side. They from the west. So I became cool with them just by the luck of the Irish, bro. And then, but what was fire about that is that when I became cool with them, is, you know, I built a great rapport with them. You know what I'm saying? Of respect, and then through them, I got cool with the Pro Eras and the Underachievers, and then the World's Fairs and everybody else who was coming on at that time. You know what I'm saying? But it was a great time. It was a amazing time. You know what I mean?
Being in such a digital age, you're almost like subjected to like seeing the growth of other people, right? Like, how do you manage like seeing those that's like on like a larger scale than you right now, and like being able to stay true to yourself?
Like honestly, with how you manage, bro, you gotta just, first of all, you know, it's a daily. It doesn't happen overnight, because naturally as humans, nigga, when you see somebody else who's higher than you and you feel like you better, you're gonna immediately question you, and then you'll have your niggas around you like, yo, but nigga, you more better than him. Why you not there? So it's a constant of where we from too, right? Like, of just that kind of negativity. But you just have to look at it as, there's a lot of ways to look at it, but one of the ways is that when it's your time, bro. Just because that man made it before you don't mean you can't make it after. Like, we make it about competing with others, when the only person you need to compete with is yourself, bro. When you compete with others, you become bitter. When you compete with yourself, you become better. You feel me? So when you have that kind of, and it's not easy to have that mentality, because again, this is a very competitive game. We all from the hood. We all want to be successful just like them. We all feel like sometimes we get cheated out of shit. we don't get what we deserve. We don't get what we expect certain things and we not getting those. But when you get into, it takes time, you know what I'm saying? You got to get older and go through a lot of shit. But when you go through, when you come to understanding of, I don't expect shit from nobody, then you won't be disappointed.
Break down one of your most meaningful lyrics and why.
Break down my most meaningful. I ain't gonna lie, I think I haven't made them yet. Like, cause I'm always creating new shit. I'm always getting better, bro.
Yeah.
That I don't have my most meaningful lyric yet. Truth be told, I could, I got a lot of fire lyrics, but all my lyrics mean everything to me. Everything, bro. All my lyrics are meaningful to me, bro. All of them, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of hard to, like, pick one.
The crazy thing, though, is that, like, I had, like, a bar from Bodega's Way that shit, like, the chorus of it is what, like, made me, like, really want to ask you that. Like, it goes, my mom used to pray for my safety.
Mm-hmm.
I never left the crib looking shaky.
Mm-hmm.
I never let a man try to snake me.
Mm-hmm.
I never let a bitch try to
play
me.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That's a meaningful joint. That's hard.
Yeah, nah, that bar right there, I was like, yo.
Actually, you know what? That's a good one, man. That's because you're not the first person to say that. Well, I mean, bro, that shit is self-explanatory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like being humble, but at the same time grabbing your nuts too. And what I mean by that is like, be humble, but don't let niggas push you around, right? And don't be a savage, disrespectful nigga that niggas don't want to be around. So you gotta find a common ground. So be humble, you know what I'm saying? But also show niggas like, yo, what's up, nigga? I'll kick your ass. Like, so that whole shit is, you know what I mean? Like, I never let a nigga try to snake me. I never let a bitch try to play me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's quotables that each and everybody in here can go through. Everybody that had a bitch that played them. Everybody that had a friend that snaked them that they ain't like. You know what I'm saying? So you go through enough of that shit that you ain't gonna want to happen. That shit, you don't want it to continue to happen to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? My mom, I never left the crib looking shaky. You know what I'm saying? Like, where we from, nigga, like, we always leave the crib on point. You should. You know what I'm saying? You should feel like a certain, yo, I gotta, you know what I mean, look around, or I know what neighborhood I'm in and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't live in neighborhoods where we keep our doors open. So you never leave the crib looking shaky. You know what I mean? Your moms, depending on what religion you're in, your mom's always praying for y'all. In their own ways or in the traditional ways. But somebody's always praying for somebody. Grandmother, aunt, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
So when you need to get away though and recoup your energy, what do you find yourself doing?
Say it again.
when you need to get away, right, and then recoup your energy, what do you find yourself doing and where do you go?
The gym. The movies. Yo, the movies to me is mad therapeutic, man. I go to the movies dolo. Word.
Nah, I think that's
like sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if a bitch curve my shit, what I'm supposed to do? Not go, nigga? Nah, I'm still gonna go.
That's a fact though.
You're gonna enjoy it better anyways.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it wasn't meant for her to be with me in there. You know what I'm saying? But I went to the movies by myself dolo. I like the process of going to the movies. To me, that's therapeutic.
Nah,
like I walk from my crib to the movie theater. And during my walk, like, it's just weird. Like, I'm just an OD movie head, bro. And I sit in the movies. Nigga, when I'm sitting in the movies, ever since I can remember, I always looked at the movies and was like, yo, I'm gonna see my name up there one day, yo. I'm thinking, I'm literally manifesting, like, yo, one day I'm gonna be sitting in the same seat watching my movie.
Facts.
That's how movies to me is mad therapeutic.
Yeah, nah, that's fine though. Like, one of my mentors, he always tell me to, like, write down a list of shit that I've never done by myself and to go do that, like,
Fire.
to make it be, like, the first time I'm doing something, you feel me? So I could always, like, continue to have, like, those experiences.
That's fire, yeah.
And that was one of the things, like, that I wrote down. That was the first thing I wrote down.
Nah, hell yeah. Writing down is mad therapeutic too. That's another, you know what I mean? To write shit down, to look back, you know what I'm saying? Word. I remember one time, nigga, I went to the ATM. Right? And there was a receipt already in the ATM. So I took the receipt and that shit had $14,000. That was what his receipt said, right?
Yeah.
So I ain't had that at that time. So I took the receipt, and when I had a girl waiting for me outside. So I fake tried to tell her, like, yo, can you hold this for me? And I gave her the receipt with whatever else I gave it to her. Cause I wanted her to see it was $14,000. right? So then, you know, I gotta open off that or whatever. But I remember I took that receipt and I put that receipt in my closet and I put it in a wallet. And my reason in doing that was I was gonna manifest that and make it $14,000 of my own money. So I left that receipt, and no lie, bro, probably like a year and a half later, I had more than the amount that I kept on somebody else's receipt. So it was just manifesting of what I want in my life, was that money. It wasn't mine at the time, but I took it and I kept it there. I would look at it from time to time just to motivate me, and I eventually got that money.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done for a female?
Cry, nigga.
Yo, bro. Make it quick, yo.
Oh shit, y'all making a shooters?
Yeah, bro. Hurry up.
Yo, it's a bag over here.
Nah.
Damn, ain't she like no?
Yeah, the crumbling and shit be having me go crazy. What? Hey, so I see like that you're a big believer in manifestation, right? So they say that like you could manifest the life that you want, right? But manifesting the life that you want doesn't, like, the steps and like how to get there isn't always like laid out for you. Like, where do you see yourself like this time next year, and how do you plan on getting there?
Where do I see myself this time next year? More growth, more money, more experience, more appreciation. Everything's gonna be more. I can't put an amount on it. I don't know how much more. I might have $1 more than I have now. You feel me? But it's more. You feel me? But the steps, to me, steps ain't never gonna be mapped out, right? Because that's what life is. Like, life is trial and error. But I think one of the most common things is just always trying to be in a positive state, man. Like, it's easy to do negative, it's easy to think negative, it's easy to be bad, it's easy to do wrong. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of pride and a lot of exercise to do positive. So I think one of the most important things is to be positive, like steps in that direction. So I gotta just stay positive, stay patient, stay persistent. You know what I mean? Those are like 3 P's that you need, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you got people out there who, you know, it's one thing in manifesting what you want, but then you gotta also work for it as well. You feel me? Like, it's just not about, all right, well, I'm gonna keep on saying I'm gonna get a car, nigga, but you ain't got a license, but you ain't got nowhere to insure it. You feel me? So you also have to be realistic in your goals and your things as well. And I feel like because we from the hood, a lot of times we get confused with what's real and what can actually happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's realistic goals and what's unrealistic goals. Like, you know, truth be told, everybody ain't gonna be a millionaire, bro. So stop even begging for 10 million, nigga, because you probably not even get a mil. You feel me? So there's realistic goals. Like, you gotta first go through steps, nigga. I just can't jump from being a hundredaire to a millionaire. I gotta go through being a thousandaire first. So a lot of times, nigga, we don't want to put in the groundwork, and we want to dream big, and we not being realistic on those big dreams. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things you gotta do differently, man.
You mentioned experiences. What are like some things that you've like never done before that you want to try?
Read the Bible.
What, from front to bottom?
Back, yeah.
I mean, front to back?
Front to back. That's one of the things I want to do. Read the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
I know somebody that read the Bible and they went crazy.
That's fire. It's fire. That's fire, nigga. If I read the Bible and I go crazy, nigga, that's fire.
Nah, this was like an OG on the block. Swear to God, man.
That nigga had all the answers.
Nah, he went to jail, man. I swear to God. I remember the last time I was on the block. I seen him. I came home. But he looked at, man, like skinny, like, nigga looked at like bum. Like,
so you think it's because of the Bible?
No. I'm going to tell you why I say it's because of the Bible.
Okay.
He started preaching to us.
Right.
He was like, yo, this, that. Then he was like, yo, the girls would walk by. Yo, she's a, yo, he was going
became like
ham.
a fanatic.
Like, yo, going crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Off of just reading Bible.
That's
And
unfortunate.
then I'm like, yo, I asked, I said, yo, what happened to you? He said, yo, I picked up this book, man. And I was like, oh, man.
Yo, I believe it though. But
I was like, yo.
But but you know that's ridiculous, right?
Yeah, I just told him.
Because
to
even
bless you, man.
even God don't want you to lose your mind reading the Bible, right? Like that's not the purpose of reading the Bible. The reading the Bible is to be enlightened. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you put too much into it, then you become it, and then you just lose your mind. So that's his fault, not the Bible's fault per se. You feel me? Like I want to read the Bible because I just want to have more knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Not because I want to go crazy or I want to preach niggas. Because a lot of times too, when niggas read the Bible and now they think that they know more than you. So he gonna start judging you. Well, why you looking at that girl?
I feel like niggas read the Bible to like get answers.
Right.
You feel
So
me?
I want knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what's exactly. Yeah.
You seen this documentary on Netflix? It's called The Family.
I watched 2 episodes.
Yo, I seen that shit. That shit is fire.
Yo,
That shit government.
And you see what they did, right? Instead of being the whole Bible, everything that they have
They
is
just
about
read.
Jesus.
Yeah, they read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Yeah, only like 3
Jesus.
chapters.
Yeah.
They're
in
like
the Bible.
Jesus.
Because
Jesus.
because in the Bible that's the only time that Jesus speaks. There's only 4 books in the Bible that Jesus speaks, and it's the Gospel of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, because they were the disciples of Jesus, right? So I think that's fire. That, in matter of fact, not fire, but it's interesting that they don't even care about the Old Testament. They just want to talk about the New Testament, because the Old Testament is before Jesus. The Old Testament is the times of Moses and Samson and King David. So there's a lot of things that the Old Testament that they don't talk about in the New Testament. There's a lot of things that was going on in the Old Testament that in the New Testament wasn't going on anymore. Like in the Old Testament, nigga, there was eye for an eye. So if I was to stab your eye out, somebody had to stab mine. In the New Testament, it's about loving your brother and forgiving your enemy. You feel me? So even though, because Jesus came in the New Testament, so I thought that was fire in that shit that they only follow Jesus. People, there's people out there that say that Jesus didn't even exist. A lot of people, because there's no proof of his existence.
Well, what are like some things that you were like that you're searching for like clarity in life that makes you want to like read the Bible though? That you feel like the Bible will give you clarity on.
I just think what the homie over there hit on, just answers. There's certain things that you just want answers for, right? And you may not get them, but you want to have a feeling that you know it.
But what is that like?
I think I want to be able to have a conversation with somebody about the Bible and know what I'm talking about. Because if I call myself a Christian and I call myself a follower of Jesus, yet I can't tell you about certain things in the Bible, then to me I'm a half-ass nigga. Right? You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, because I believe in God, I believe in Jesus Christ, I am a Christian. You know what I'm saying? I should know more about the Bible, and I want to read the Bible so that when I have a conversation with you who might not know nothing, I'm able to tell you things that you can relate to, opposed to you being like, nah, that shit sound crazy. I don't want to fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times you be seeing 2 niggas arguing, one nigga Muslim, one nigga whatever, and I can't tell him nothing about his shit because I don't know nothing about mine. So it's just, for me, like, I just want the clarity of just knowledge, man, of spiritual knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I think that the Bible, I know that the Bible has a lot of passages and gems that you can literally bring upon to your life right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, daily gems. The Bible got a whole bunch of those, bro.
Facts. Like, being a father, right? Like, what are some of those, like, morals and, like, those gems that you plan on, like, passing down to your kids?
I haven't really got into the stages of like gems yet, because my son is 8 and I got a 6-month-old daughter, so they're not gonna really understand metaphors and all that type of shit, you know what I mean? But what I do kind of instill in them is, in my son specifically, is love and no fear, and honesty, you know what I'm saying, and certain qualities that a child needs to bring when he gets older that I didn't have, and I had to learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't really raised on love, in my era, in my generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't raised on love, bro. We was raised on survival. You feel me? So that's why a lot of times most of the time niggas that come from the hood don't go nowhere. Because, you know, one of the things you need to excel in life is love. With love brings trust and admiration and appreciation. So if you just growing up on survival, niggas eat. But at one point in time, nigga, when the survival is just negative and is just hurting, nigga, you gonna burn every bridge. Niggas ain't gonna wanna fuck with you. I'm saying you gonna lose a lot of friends. Cause it's about, nah, what he got, I want. And you know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's certain things like that I didn't grow up on, that I want my son to grow up on. One of the things is just like love. You know what I mean? Love, respect, appreciation, loyalty, no fear. You know what I mean? Like not being a bully, but not being bullied. You know, picking that middle line, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know what I mean? Not being afraid of nobody, not being afraid of no obstacle. You know what I mean? Letting my son know that I'm always here. You know, I didn't get that from my father, you dig? Like, my father's from the Caribbean, Dominican. Niggas don't show that kind of love. You know what I mean? It's important when you tell a child, especially in this generation, like, I'm always here for you. Niggas don't hear that too often, bro. I'm always here for you.
That's a fact.
Like, I'm always gonna be here for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I instill that in my son, because when you do that, you're taking away that fear of a child that he can have growing up. Like, damn, I can't even talk to my pops or my moms about this, or if I get bullied, nigga, I'm gonna get my ass whipped by my moms. Like, niggas grow up scared. Niggas start making more mistakes than they should, so.
That's a fact. Are there any other, like, mediums you want to explore, like, outside of music? Like, and I know that you're into, like, the acting as well, too, but, like, what else? Like, do you chef it up on, like, your private time?
That would be fire. Like to cook, yeah, I would love to do that. Only because I like to cook.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
It changes. It varies, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love to cook pasta. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many variations of pasta you can make, right?
Yeah, Alfredo pasta is the shit.
It's wavy.
Like,
but you know, pasta is easy too to make, so it's not really. But you know, I like to make chicken parm. I like to make lasagna, turkey lasagna. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be doing wild shit. So I really don't have a favorite dish per se. You know what I mean? I like a favorite dish that I like to eat. Pause is steak and fries. You heard? Like, since I was a little nigga, that's all I ever liked. And that's my favorite dish, but I don't like to cook it per se.
Where was like your favorite spot, like growing up, to go eat?
McDonald's, bro. You shitting me, nigga? McDonald's, nigga. Like, I remember my mom used to get paid every 2 weeks on a Wednesday. We used to go to McDonald's, bro. I remember when they had, nigga, the double Big Mac. And I bought it, my nigga. That shit was like this big, and I ate that shit, bro. And I used to feel like a winner every time I went to McDonald's, my nigga. Because we was poor, bro.
Yeah.
So it was either, nigga, on Wednesdays, it was either we eat McDonald's or Chinese.
Yeah, growing up, for me, like, on Fridays, like, that was the only days that we were, like, allowed to, like, eat outside.
Yeah, same thing. I had one day out of the week.
Growing up, I didn't even think that we were poor, you feel me? But it's like, now I'm looking back on it, I'm like we was fucked up.
Nah, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know, time was different. But yeah, we only eat that. You know, my mom would cook every day, God bless her. You know what I'm saying? But it would be 2 times out of the month, because if she would get paid every 2 weeks. And it was on Wednesdays, and we would eat McDonald's, bro, or Chinese. You know what I'm saying? So, McDonald's, bro. McDonald's.
How big of a role does your mom play in, like, your aspirations and, like, how far you want to get with what you're doing? I think
my mom, I get my creativity from my mom's. I think my mom has a lot of, she has a lot of creativity and hidden potential that, because of life circumstances, she wasn't able to achieve what she wanted to. Like, it's interesting to know that, you know what I'm saying, like, when you see your parents, like, most parents, they work a regular 9 to 5. Yeah. And then, you know, you, the child, are a creative being, and you run around. It's interesting to know where that creativity came from.
Fast. It makes you, like, wonder, like, damn, like, when my parents was a kid, like
what were they dreams? So I would ask my moms that. You feel me? Like, because your creativity or whatever you aspired to be, especially if you were creative in the arts or music and acting or writing, you got that from somewhere. You got that from your mom or your dad. So but then our moms and dad work regular jobs, so they were never able to do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I would ask my mom, like, what did you want to do when you grow up? Like, what would you want to be? And what she told me is the reason why I think I got a lot of my creativity from her handwriting. You know what I mean? From the way she expresses herself. So, and my hard working abilities and just being a grinder, I got it from my pops, because my pops was an immigrant, you know what I'm saying? So he came to this country to bust his ass. But they both had aspirations, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, life got in the way, and because of the way shit was back in the day, nigga, you do something, like if a woman was to have a child, nigga, if she wanted to be a singer, that was done. She can't have a child.
Wait, hold on. Damn, they beast there, you know. Yo, bro, if you want, you could come over here real quick.
Don't worry. I don't want to make that noise. I know it's your pet peeve. You feel me?
Nah, it's cool. Alright. Let's get back into it.
Yeah, I forgot though. So.
What, like, at this point though, like, who are you making music for?
Oh, my family, my children, my fans. Yeah. I ain't making, and myself. You know what I mean? But I think myself is probably in between my children, which is my family, and my fans. I think myself will be in between the two. And either or, it could be my fans first and my children third. Like, it could always change. But those are the top three. Me, my fans, and my children. You know what I'm saying? Because clearly, you know, you want to be able to leave something behind, not only to the fans, but for your children, just in case something happens to you. And you need, that's why I work. That's why I continue to work. You know what I'm saying? To get to that level where I can sit back and something happen, God forbid, I'm good. They're good forever. And you know, the fans are always the motivation. Without fans, you know what I'm saying, there's no artist, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like, without fans, there's no artist. Without fans telling you, nah, your shit is fire, with their support, there's no artist. So a fan definitely has to be one of the reasons why you continue and do music. But then you too, you know what I'm saying? Most importantly, you. Because you gotta like your shit. You gotta like what it's about, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be in love with your shit.
Facts. You gotta like your shit when they hate your shit.
Of course, because you gotta have that kind of attitude to maneuver around that. When niggas come, because it's gonna come. Like, your shit whack. You gotta be strong enough in yourself to be like, nah, my shit good money. And you know, every artist go through their whole phase of believing what the fans say. Not even the fans, but believing what the haters say. Everybody go through that shit too. But you know, the strong ones, the niggas who are impactful, the niggas who maneuver around that.
Touching on that, like, how, like, what's like the biggest like challenge like you've had to like go through like in your life?
Biggest challenge I had to go through in my life? That's a good question, bro. That's a good question. What are some of the challenges that you think niggas go through? Like, what challenges do we go through?
Being broke.
You got different levels to it, because you got the niggas that's broke, then you got the niggas that got money. If you got money, your challenges is like, yo, what am I gonna do with this money and how I'm gonna spend it? Some people think like that. Then you got the other niggas that's broke, like, yo, how am I gonna eat tomorrow? What am I gonna do to get some bread? There's a lot of different things. Like, I don't know.
I think the biggest challenge would probably have to be to stay in faith. Right?
That's a fact though.
Yeah.
Just staying motivated.
Just staying motivated.
Just waking up every day and just knowing what you're doing, like, is like serving a purpose. But it's like people tend to get discouraged when the funds isn't there immediately. You feel me? But I feel like if you're like out the gate, like relying on your craft to like make you money, and that's what you're living off of right away, I feel like sometimes it could like kind of like get you fucked up, because it makes you get bitter, because you're like, fuck, like, this shit's not making me what I need to make type shit. So now you veer off and like you start like doing other shit. That's when you like throw shit on the back burner, you know?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge for me is faith. It's faith, bro. You know what I'm saying? We live in, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? But it's not impossible. And I think you need your faith to be challenged, because that's how your faith can grow and get stronger. The more you challenge and you defeat it, it's like the more stronger you get. The more times you fall, you get up. So I think it's a good thing to have your faith challenged. To be like, damn, I thought I was gonna get that, and then you ain't get it. That's already a challenge right there. To believe that I get another shot.
Yeah.
And then imagine you going through 10, 20, 30 no's. Every no get harder and harder and harder, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's a challenge in itself to still stay committed.
Yeah.
To be like, yo, it's gonna be a year one day. So I think, yeah, man, faith is probably the biggest challenge, bro. Cause you know I've already been successful. I'm successful. Even just coming from Spanish Harlem, nigga. Even if I went on tour one time, you never heard from me again. That's my success. So success is a perspective, right? So I'm successful. So it's about now, man. You know, I've done so much that I think is keeping the faith is a challenge. You know what I mean? Or not being rich because I got money.
Yeah.
So that's not a challenge. The challenge for me maybe to be maintain it.
Yeah.
Not to get it. I'm always gonna get money.
Yeah, man, and it's like I feel like you mentioning the faith. If you mentioning the faith is like, I feel like every day, like with myself, like I wake up and I feel like my faith is tested. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like what it is that we're doing over here with the Daily Jump shit, you know, and it's like to get like people like you that actually take like what we're doing serious, you know. It shows us like, it makes me like appreciate you more as an artist that I've been like listening to for years, you feel me? But it also just makes me like, brings me back to reality and like, yo, like what you're doing, it serves a purpose, you feel me? Back to like what our conversation was earlier, like you just gotta like serve a purpose and then the people will come, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, man. Faith is important, bro.
Yeah, I feel like if you could reach one, you could reach 1,000.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. But that is a undeniable fact. Like undeniable, nigga. If you get one, you can get two. Is that a lot of motherfuckers don't want to stick around for the two.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Niggas lose patience.
Yeah, that ass. It's like in anything you do, you just gotta find your market, and then the people will come. But it might not be like right away, but you just gotta continue doing it long enough for people to find out about you.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You keep on doing exactly. You keep on knocking on the door,
Yeah.
it's gonna open.
Facts. If you could have dinner with any three artists, like living up there, who would it be and why? I know that's another generic question, but I'm interested in knowing like.
It's
like
hard.
Who.
That's hard. I have dinner with Al Capone. Why? Because that nigga is the biggest gangster in the world. I would love to have a conversation with that motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like Al Capone, nigga. So Al Capone. Alexander the Great. This nigga conquered almost the whole world, nigga. Like, they love to have dinner with that weirdo nigga. Princess Diana. Love to have dinner with her. You feel me? Why not, bro? This last princess you heard or had in this fucking world, bro. She was the princess, nigga. That name every time, no, bro. Princess, that shit is overrated now. Princess died. Princess Di, I would like to have dinner with Princess Di. That would be fun, man. She probably was a sweetheart.
And she would have her low-key drip with her.
OD, she was super drippy.
Yeah. Notice how the United States is don't got no king or queens and no princess. It's just president.
Yeah.
That's our kings.
Yeah, that's what it's crazy. It's a corporation though.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
This whole world is a market, bro.
Word.
America's a
World is
business.
a market, bro.
Word. That's a fact.
Facts.
That's the American dream right there.
But what made you decide to go full on with your grind though? And then like at what point like you was like, I gotta take this shit real serious.
When I had my son. When I had my son and my baby mom said I wasn't gonna be shit, and she told me that I was gonna be nothing, and she told me I was gonna be a bum nigga. So all that and coming together, combined, made me put the pep in my step and put the fire in my ass. Pause. Yeah, and then just in general, just the naysayers, the doubters. It wasn't only her. I had a lot of people who at that particular time wasn't believing in me, and you know, it sometimes it could be they need to see it to believe it first. So you can't take it personal.
But have like at any point have like that self-doubt ever settled in for you though, like where you felt like damn, like
All the
I don't
time.
even want to do this shit.
All the time though. Of course, self-doubt settles in. I think we not human if. I think a nigga's a liar, he'll tell you don't have self-doubt, bro. Every nigga, even Drake right now, wherever he at, last week probably had self-doubt. Yeah, bro. Like you always wanna have self doubt, bro. So yeah, that shit always selling in. But the point of that is to don't let it stay in, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like once it come in, like easily be like, alright, knock that thought off. Cause if you let it stay in, then you dead. You done. So you always gonna have self doubt. You always gonna look at something, challenges like you said, and just be like, yo, can I do it? Damn, man, I made 20,000. Can I get 30 now? Damn, yo, that was too much of a good look. I don't think I could do it again. Like, you know what I mean? You always gonna have self doubt.
Yeah.
But the real ones bypass that. You know what I'm saying?
But what are like some of those like things that like motivational points that like make you bounce back? Or, like, is it your kids or like?
Nah, I mean, nah, because I don't like to use my kids too. Like, I don't like to just look at my kids and be like, I'm never gonna lose because of you. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's corny too. I think it started with them. Because, again, it's about now you have a purpose in the sense that you created life and now you have to take care of life. So any real nigga with real logic, with real brains, wants to be a man or a woman and take care of their responsibilities. So they're going to be the first motivation. But I think, what are the things that keep me motivated? God, bro. And my faith in God, and my faith that He's the all-knowing, and my faith that He's in all-controlling. That's what I believe in, and I believe that everything happens for a reason, and everything has its time, and I believe that everything is already written, and we just walking it out. So there's times where I don't have the answers, and I just have to be like, yo, I leave it in God's hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I see things work when I get into that kind of attitude. Like I've seen things work that way. Like me asking God for something, and I've seen Him give it to me. You feel me? So I can attest to that. Like I can't speak for nobody else, but for me, you know what I mean? It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like just continuing to stay motivated and keeping my faith in that. You know what I'm saying? That damn, you know, like my rent is due next week and I haven't got a check in 2 months. But I believe that if before the final hour, nigga, something gonna come in. And usually, bro, it happens like that, bro. A lot of times it happened like that for me. Like, I'm like, damn, man, I don't get this paper, man. Damn, this nigga take forever to send me my money. And literally, nigga, 24 hours before I gotta pay my rent, a bag come. Word, bro. That shit happens all the time.
Yeah, nah, I've definitely been in that instance.
Nigga, I didn't, every time I step in shit, nigga, I get money. Facts, bro. Last time I stepped in shit, nigga, not knowing, because I don't step in shit knowing. Last time I stepped in shit, nigga, word, yo, bro.
You say that's some shit over there?
Nah, I don't do that. But you know what's crazy? What's crazy is that, and I even believe the bigger the shit you step in, the more money you get.
That's crazy. Cause
I step in a big pile of shit, big joint, bro. Yeah. I was tight behind that shit, nigga, and I got like a $2,500 check the next day, bro. And it was a big pile of shit, nigga. Yeah. And I done stepped like in little pebbles and all that and get like $200-$300.
I dig it.
I believe in that shit though, bro. You know what I'm saying? I believe in that shit. I just believe in like things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that makes me believe that, you know what I mean? Like this shit ain't gonna stop, nigga. Like the self-doubt gonna come, you gonna lose, you gonna make mistakes. But it's all, nigga, you keep on. Persistence is everything, bro. Word. It's a fire code.
When it's all said and done for you, though, like, what do you want people to remember Bamz? Like, remember about Bamz?
I just want to be remembered as one of the greats, bro. One of the greats. Like, when you talk about top 10s, you talk about top 5s, I want to be mentioned. That's what it's all said and done to me. That's what I'm really doing it for, like, at this point. Because I can make money, right? For the rest of my life, I can make money. I could stay in this level and make money. It ain't gonna be millions, but I can make money, right? So it's not really, the goal ain't really to be the richest rapper or be the multi-millionaire. I want to be able to, when it's all said and done, whether I have that money or not, to be one of the greats, bro. Because it's whack if you be a nigga who got 20, 30, 40 million, nigga, and you're not even considered. Like, that's embarrassing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, money is the motivation, but money ain't the only thing. Like, it shouldn't be the legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the legacy should be that niggas want to be one of the greatest ever. LeBron wants to be one of the greatest, bro, if not the greatest. He don't give a fuck about the money no more. Nigga won't be the greatest, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, just to be one of the greats, yo. You know what I mean? To the same way niggas mention rappers to me, me being mentioned to new rappers.
Yeah. Who are you listening to right now, like outside yourself? Or are you like one
Travis
of
Scott.
Oh, okay, okay.
Or fuck with Travis. Man, I was having a conversation yesterday. That nigga, that's fire. Like, I think he's super
Yo,
dope.
you seen his Netflix show?
No, I haven't.
The movie?
I haven't.
Shit's fire, man.
Yeah,
Shit's fire.
he's super.
It showed that he had like the vision of like what he wanted to do from when he was like 6 until now, and it's like he's like bringing all that shit to fruition, and it's crazy, man, to just like watch it all manifest like in front of this nigga.
Blessed, man. Blessed, bro. Blessed. But yeah, he's super fire, bro. Super fire. Listening to him, that's really it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really don't listen to too many people. Listen to my niggas who I'm cool with.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, you know, the regular suspects.
What are you working on at the moment?
I got a project with one of my artists coming out. Her name is Bonnie. We got a project coming out called Salsa con Fuego. I'm working on that. Musically. And doing the acting shit, bro. Running around doing auditions. Might be in the new Fast and the Furious, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what's gonna happen, man. But yeah, just that, you know what I'm saying? As of now, like I wanna like spend the rest of the year helping my artist Bonnie, because I think she's super talented, and I think the right amount of people get to listen to her is gonna make her shit bigger and better. And she has, and this project we coming out is produced by 183rd. He did the whole production. He's a super fire producer from the Bronx, called Salsa con Fuego. So I'm looking forward to that, you know what I mean, like, musically. But me, I ain't gonna drop no music this year, just with her.
Wait, on Instagram, her name is like Young Griselda?
Yeah.
Yeah, we follow each other.
Fire.
You know, she's dope. I fucks with her. Alright, so go ahead.
Yo, what's good? It's Bodega Bamz, man. And you now watching, one more time, man, my fault.
No, just keep going.
Yo, it's Bodega Bamz, man. Shout out to Daily Gems, man. Spent a whole hour dropping a lot of gems, you feel me? Spanish Harlem 10 boys, Low Side Song Poppy, you heard? Yo, listen, my name is Bodega Bamz. Shout out to Daily Gems. And today my daily gem is you rather eat crumbs with bums than steak with snakes. Remember that.
Comment and subscribe. Hit that notify. You come around over here, we gonna tell you mother.
Wow.